Previously, on The Amazing Race Kitchen of the World edition, CP Group grew to become Thailand's largest conglomerate, successfully expanding its operations to more than 250 companies in 20 countries with 3 core businesses. Along the way, it was in danger of being eliminated from the race, battling the elements of a changing business landscape. CP managed to stay in the race with a renewed focus for the future. Coming up next, will CP Group finally be able to establish itself as the kitchen of the world? At the start, teams have to balance and incorporate short-term thinking in this cyclical industry that has traditionally been long-term in its thinking and strategic planning. Roadblock. In Thailand, teams have to choose activities to invest in or divest from.
To be able to cope with short-term cyclical issues, we must be careful not to expand too much into our non-core businesses. We should divest from Macro and Lotus entirely and focus on our 3 core businesses. The agri-food business accounts for 70% of our revenue. We have a majority stake in 7-Eleven operations in Thailand with a steady stream of 1.7 customers daily. TA Orange has the potential to expand into the largely untapped mobile phone business. Countries in the region like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Malaysia are already subscribing to broadband services. This is a trend we expect to catch on in Thailand. China's fiscal stimulus packages and accession to the WTO has liberalized its market. Tariffs have been reduced from 15.3% to 11%, lowering the differential treatment between foreign and domestic enterprises. Its regulatory framework to protect IP rights has also improved. China has seen a constant growth in GDP and foreign direct investment. It also experienced an increase in actual growth rate of trade by 21.8% in 2002. There has also been considerable growth of 16% in the food processing industry between 2001 and 2002. It is expected to grow by 23% between 2002 to 2003. This is a huge opportunity which no team should lose out on despite the increasing intensity of the market.
Intersection. Teams must choose a strategy to move forward and partner another team to expand in China with. Teams must successfully complete this task in order to receive the next clue.
We should continue to focus on retail and develop more supermarkets. Meanwhile, we will divest more from our businesses in the petrochemical and plastics industries, but not completely so as to maintain diversified risk. Cargill and COFCO Group are potential partners to work with. After going through our decision matrix, we have decided to form a strategic alliance with COFCO Group. With this alliance, we will be able to tap on their local expertise in food processing and incorporate this with our established feed mills, logistics and networks, retail stores and restaurants to vertically integrate our business into a full supply chain. This reduces supplier and buyer power, improving our economies of scope. It can help us mitigate threats posed by local competitors as well. With these strategies, we will be able to balance our short-term and long-term objectives and achieve an increase in profits of 15% in the next 5 years.
Fly to the United Kingdom, where the issue of food safety is on the rise. In this leg of the race, teams must embark on a global initiative to align its core competencies and vision to meet the triple bottom line. Fast forward. Teams can fast forward to the next stage of challenges if they successfully consider how to achieve strategic positioning in various aspects through their core competency.
Leveraging on our core competencies and a strong mission, we can address important issues on food safety, CSR, and R&D. Consumers today are very empowered and think about what they eat. With the global production system, we have to increase the traceability of products and meet global food standards despite catering to local tastes. Being committed to food safety is so much more than just earning our current ISO certifications. We should consider earning major food safety accreditations like the BRC, IFS, SQF, HACCP, and EuroGAP. But there's so much more to look at. SGS Group should be able to help. Their wide range of expertise and services in the area are definitely worth seeking. With such successful international business operations, it is important for us to give back to the community we operate in. Being a Global Compact signatory will show our commitment to adopting sustainable and socially responsible practices. We should work to continually promote farmer sustenance and providing education to the poor to raise the standard of living. We should also participate in carbon footprint reducing schemes. Knowledge is an increasingly important resource to compete internationally. To capitalize on our strength in agri-foods, we should look at developing in-house R&D, but keep an eye out for opportunities to cooperate with research organizations. We should continue the practice of joint ventures and strategic alliances to leverage on others' expertise. Of course, we should optimize public relations and marketing tools to communicate how these differentiating factors achieve our triple bottom line.
Fly back to Thailand and determine the management structure required to support future plans. Detour. Teams have to weigh the pros and cons and choose to maintain family control or go more public. They have to suggest what needs to be done to expedite the development of a new generation of leaders in the group.
No family can maintain control forever. In time, the business becomes part of the society. We need to be more transparent in our operations to gain the trust of people. We should list the companies that need financing to support their high growth and maintain our decentralized structure. The implementation of the ERP system will definitely facilitate information flow within our group. We will set up a sustainability department that reports directly to the board. This department will inspect and ensure that all functions across the globe have their strategies in line with our new direction towards sustainable practices and focus on our core businesses. We need to hire local talent from the various countries we operate in through management associate and internship programs. We can give out scholarships and even hold case competitions to Talent Scout. Some of the criteria of these talents should include IT skills, adaptability, and managerial expertise. This will ensure a steady stream of talented middle managers into the company that can work well with the ERP system too. Family members should go through the same assessment to communicate fairness and objectivity within our company.
Now that we have completed all the tasks, let us do an implementation timeline for each of the issues. This is the implementation timeline we have for task 1. The risk we have is that if COFCO group refuses to ally, our mitigation strategy is to try to communicate to them the mutual benefits that both parties stand to gain. Alternatively, if it doesn't work out, Cargill makes a good partner as well and is more likely to agree. Implementation timeline we have for task 2. The risk we have is that the strategic positioning might not be communicated well to the consumers. Our mitigation strategy is to look into hiring a renowned and established PR agency, for example Edelman or Rudolph Finn, in the event that our strategic positioning does not succeed. This is the implementation timeline we have for task 3. The risk is that there might be an internal conflict of interest with family members in the company. Our mitigation strategy is to try to communicate the benefits and seek majority consent. We will start recruiting talents by phases to smoothen the change in management structure. All the strategies we have in place are for us to benefit our stakeholders, the people, the company, and the country.
With all these strategies and programs in place, we are confident of winning the race and being on track to becoming the kitchen of the world.
Welcome CP, you are team number 1 for this pit stop. Are these strategies really enough for CP to become the kitchen of the world? Find out next week on The Amazing Race.